Watching what you gonna do now. Keep it up, buckle, keep lying to the crowd. We see you.
Hey folks, how's it going? It is Rolo C, and welcome back to Rolo Runs the City podcast. I'm your host Rolo, and like I always say on every episode, feel free to check me out at RoloRunsTheCity.com. All things Rolo's on there, events, anything of that nature. I'm on there because not only do I run the podcast, but I also run the city, so feel free to check me out as well. Do not forget to hit me up on Twitter, whether if you want to go ahead and say what's up or you want to tell me to go somewhere. I am at Rolo Runs the City. That is at Rolo Runs the City. And I'm also on Instagram at Rolo Runs the City Music, as well as at Rolo Runs the City Podcast. And without further ado, we are going to talk about The Whole World is Watching. Yep. It's a song that I did with my man JT. If you guys remember JT, he was on season 1 of the Rolo Runs the City podcast. Had JT on there. So feel free to definitely check out the earlier podcast with him and I. You know, shooting the crap and going from that. You know what I mean? So, JT and I, we decided to make this song because we realized that there's a lot of people who do not mind telling lies and saying it so much that they feel that it's the truth. So with the track The Whole World is Watching is absolutely true. Like right now, the whole world is watching. Whether if the whole world wants to watch this or not, that's one thing. But does the whole world have access to watch this? Absolutely. Okay? But that's exactly what I'm saying. In this song, you have so many people who are just quick to tell a lie, and people can call them out and say, hey, do your lying, okay? But they don't mind. The way they talk about it is if it's the truth. I guess they say you say so many lies for so much, you start to believe your own lies. Well, that's exactly what's happening with many people, especially in the music industry. You know, I say a line on the song that I'm like, you know, most of these rappers, they're lying. I can name about 10 of them that I'm better than. But I would rather talk about, you know, something that's worth talking about. Like reviving hip-hop, things of that nature. That's what I'm talking about in reference to the song. You know, I truly believe that if people were called out a lot more instead of somebody just riding with the BS that's actually getting put out, I truly believe people will be a bit more authentic and they will be more truthful to what they say. And this is not only in hip hop, this is actually in life. You know, there's a lot of people that they'll go around and they'll just tell stories, man. And if they feel like that you're entertained by the story, they'll try to tell some more stories. Okay? I'll never forget this one cat would just tell so many stories that I knew. And he would just tell so many stories. And because you like this story, right, he'd come up with another story. My thing is, dude, I got a smartphone. I got a TV. I don't need to be entertained by your BS story. You know what I'm saying? If I want to do that, I'll be like, hey, I'm going to sit you right next to me, right on the opposite couch. Okay, man, tell me your BS story because I want to be entertained. You know? At some point, you're going to have to learn how to take accountability for yourself and say, damn, I'm really tired of just lying. I mean, at what point do people just look at themselves and say, man, you know what? I'm full of it, dude. I really am. Like I'm done. I'm tired of lying. Whether people like me or they don't like me, I'm just going to be honest with it. And whatever they don't like, oh well. You know, we always talk about it all the time. It's never the pretty truth. It's the ugly truth. The truth is not pretty. Now, the truth will set you free. Okay? Don't lie to me. If I'm messing up, you call me out on it. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, bro, you need to get on that treadmill, man. You ain't raced in a couple months, and you know you falling off. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, damn, okay. Those are the type of people I need around me. Or hey, you know that track wasn't hitting as hard as it should have. You know what I'm saying? I really think that you can do a lot better. You need to come through a little bit more lyrically. You need to come through a little bit more with the production. Tell me. I'm fine. Dude, we don't become better unless if we're, the only way you don't become better is if you decide to reject all critiques. Okay? Other than that, if you want to get better, you're going to have to deal with some criticism. So when we made The Whole World Is Watching, that's what basically I'm targeting. I'm targeting people who just like to lie. I say it right on the chorus. We keep it a buck like Giannis. Y'all keep lying, we honest. We humble, we modest, but they also know that we the hottest. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't mistake, confidence for arrogance. Like, we're not being arrogant whatsoever on the track, but we are confident in what we do. We don't believe in being cocky, but, take it for how you want to take it. And, does arrogance have a negative connotation to it? Of course it does. But at the same token, it's not arrogance if you can back up your talk. And that's exactly what we're doing. We back up what we're saying. I'll never forget a line from Scarface that I carry with me till this day. Okay, I seen Scarface when I was a kid, really young. Okay, he said, "There's two things that I have is my balls and my word, and I don't break them for anybody." And man, if people lived by that motto, trust what I tell you, we would live in a much more authentic world. People would be real. We would have so much conflict resolution, because instead of being politically correct, which is actually, let's just say it, lying, right? People would be a lot more receptive to the criticism, to other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, things of that nature. So what I'm trying to do, of course, with my podcast, what I am doing with my podcast, what I am doing with my music is bringing authenticity to the world, so then that way people can hold themselves accountable and just stop telling lies. Okay, because it catches up to everybody. Man, I've lied so much, and I got to a point where I got tired of my own stuff. Man, I said, dude, I'm full of it. I need to quit this. It's time for me to start stepping up, and I stopped trying to be the man and become a man. You know what I mean? And, we all go through our process of being selfish and all this other stuff. But what people don't realize is selfish behavior doesn't get you anywhere. If you're over here like, hey, look at me, the less people want to look at you. You know what I mean? So when you're doing something and you're bringing something to the world and you're being very honest about the situation, then it gets taken for that. But like I said, I fell in love with making this song. JT came through. He was on the first verse. I was on the second verse. He came through on his half. And like I said, we just collaborated like we do. We made another great record. And shout out to JT. We definitely, we had to put our foot in it. You know what I mean? But like I said, at the end of the day, how do you want to be remembered? Do you want to be remembered as a liar? Or do you want to be remembered as somebody who is authentic, somebody who is true, somebody who is selfless? And that's the messaging that we're trying to project on this song. I think we projected it very well, so we'll just say that's the message that we projected on the song. But has nothing to do with arrogance, not being cocky, just very confident in our ability and what we do. Like I said, we humble, we modest, although they already know we the hottest. It is what it is, But anyway, not going to keep you too long. This is Rolo C, and I'm greatly appreciative of you guys for checking me out today. Like I said, feel free to hit up RoloRunsTheCity.com, all things Rolo, RoloRunsTheCity.com. Also, at Twitter, at RoloRunsTheCity, and feel free to hit me up on the gram at RoloRunsTheCity Music and at RoloRunsTheCity Podcast. Take care, Godspeed, be the GOAT, never sheep, and do not sleep on your dreams, my friends. Take care. We'll see you on the next one.
World is watching, what you gonna do now? Keep it up, keep lying to the crowd.